Hey all, welcome aboard on another video, and I can guarantee that we'll be learning a lot today. So watch till the end to understand the impact of animal behavior in planning your shots and composition better. Now, when it comes to the different aspects of becoming a better wildlife photographer, for sure you have your understanding and the science and technical aspects of a camera like the exposure, metering, focusing, and then you have your shooting techniques. Finally, your knowledge of post-processing or editing. But before all of that comes in the picture, the major aspect that you should be aware of to put all your other knowledge into the right use is the animal behavior and natural history. Let's now talk in general about the animal behavior of the majorly sighted animals during our Indian safaris. Most of the animals like tigers, leopards, deer are crepuscular. That is, they are most active during the dusk and dawn, and hence you hear the alarm calls during these times as the predator movement is at its peak. Secondly, all animals have something called the circle of fear, and if you try to enter this area abruptly, the animal gets alerted and might flee. Especially during summers, these animals like to cool off themselves, and hence they like to be near the water holes for a dip or to drink. And so during the safaris in summers, we constantly check out the water holes in the parks. Let's now take up a few examples to know each animal's own behavior specifically. Now coming to our most favorite subject, the charismatic tiger. As we know, tigers are territorial and they own a territory of about 20 to 30 square kilometers. So as soon as we reach an area in the park, we can expect the tiger that belongs to that particular area. When it comes to tracking tigers, the pug marks are your key. Based on the expertise, you can predict how fresh the pug mark is and the probable time of the tiger movement and whether it's a male or a female. A few tigers which are bold and do not fear the safari vehicles like to walk head-on towards you on the soft safari tracks. Now another point, when you see a tiger just sleeping or lazing around and if you wait there for some time, it starts giving certain indications like it starts rolling over or it yawns a couple of times or starts licking its paw. So that's an indication that the tiger might get up at any moment and start walking, so be prepared for that. Now when it comes to tiger cubs, they're extremely playful with their mothers around since they know that they're safe under their mother's vigil. They sometimes like to challenge each other and indulge in play fights, points to be noted for your action pictures. The tigers sometimes curl up their upper lips with their mouth and widen their mouth open and stick their tongue out, which is called the phlegm response, which allows the sense left by other tigers to reach the top of the mouth where the Jacobson organ is present to process the information. So these were some of the few points to be noted about tiger behavior. Now coming to another most sought after big cat, the leopards. They are highly territorial just like the tigers, but tracking leopards is quite difficult compared to tigers as their route patterns are generally not fixed unlike the tigers. Leopards fear the tigers, elephant and even wild dogs in packs, and hence they prefer to be up on the trees most of the times. And especially when they're sitting on the tree with the kill, they do not come down for a very long period of time. Therefore, when on a safari, it's highly recommended to keep your eyes peeled on the ground as well as on the treetop. Now done with the cats, let's talk about gentle giants, the elephants, a very cooperative and one of the most commonly sighted subject during the safaris. Elephants can be seen solitary or sometimes in congregation. Kabini is known for its massive elephant congregation near the backwaters. They love to take dust baths or mud baths to keep them off of tiny insects or mites on their body. Also, just a small fact, Bogeshwar of Kabini, a massive tusker, which arguably has the largest tusk in whole of Asia. Next, coming to a canine predator, wild dogs. Mostly seen in packs and occasionally solitary, they are feared by other residents of the jungle when they are in packs, as they surround and encircle the animal and have the ability to bring down larger prey. They can also be seen playing with other wild dogs with touch communication and lazing around where you can get some good behavioral shots. An interesting fact about wild dog is that they use visit calls of higher frequencies not heard to the human ear to communicate with their individuals. Lastly, let's talk about other common residents of a jungle like deers and Blancos, one of the best subjects to play with lighting. Now coming to the most interesting behavior of them are the alarm calls they start giving out at the sight of a predator. While spotted deer alarm calls are sometimes not that accurate, But the sambar deers, the barking deers and langur calls are almost a guarantee that you get a predator nearby. You can sometimes see that deers have their ears or tail up, which means they are alert or alarmed. You can also try this really cool backlit or rim light effect with these subjects. During the mating period, the males lock their antlers during the fights for mating or territorial rights. They can also be seen decorating their velvets with weeds and shrubs. So these are some of the behavioral aspects of the commonly found animals during the safaris. I feel understanding your subject beat anything is extremely important to hone your photography skills. Sometimes leaving your camera aside and just looking at the animal behavior, the body patterns, their movements is something that I love to do. So hope you all got to learn something about the animals of our Indian jungles. And if you did, please do leave a like down below and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching and take care.